ओम सरस्वती विद्महे विद्यादात्री च धीमहि तनुवाणी प्रचोदयात्. Hello students, and welcome to all in our today's online class. Today we will discuss about another important topic from unit 1, that is your email, where E stands for electronic mail. Hopefully that you people are well acquainted with the name of email, and undoubtedly every people having their own email address, which helps to transmit the data from one location to another location, or from one person to another person. It is not like that only the student can prepare their email, but it is also being created by government sector, private sector, at each and every one, those who are acquainted or using of an internet. This email address is just like a postal address. That means, suppose we want to send a letter to someone else or to our well-wisher. So on that occasion, what we will do? We just write down the address of the recipient. So accordingly, here the postmaster is just like a protocol which pick the the letter from the letter box and read the address, and according to the address location it can send the letter to the exact recipient. So similar, same as like that, in the internet, in the field of internet, the protocol can also do the same job as like a postmaster. That means it read the email address of the sender point and choose the right path to transmit the data towards the exact recipient. This email address is undoubtedly uniquely identifying throughout the world in the internet. That means a single person having their own unique email address. That means, as I mean to say, more than one person may not having their a unique email address. So that I'm just only saying you one thing, that each person, a particular server, may hold different types of email address, which is a unique one and which is not a duplicate. Suppose for a time being, we assume that a particular email address being assigned by the protocol, unfortunately, more than one users. So what happens? During the period of data transmitting, the protocol being confused that which one is the exact recipient to transmit the data, and it creates a lot of confusion also. So apart in this confusion process, what is that? The protocol may not maintain the privacy as well as may not maintain the security. So that for the purpose of security, or for the purpose of privacy, to maintain the privacy, the protocol or the protocol may allow, or a server allowing a unique email address to each and every user. So while we may go through the email part, about the email part, the first thing is that the email address is undoubtedly uniquely identifying us in the internet, in the field of internet, and it is just like a postal address. And the total email address are having the two parts. One is called as your username and another one is called as your host name. Both the username and host names are separated by each other with a special symbol which is called as @ of. So you just go through a simple example. This is the email address of a particular organization like a SSBM Junior Science College @gmail.com. So here SSBM Junior SC College is identified to a username, and Gmail is the name of the server which is identified the FQADN, that means a fully qualified domain name, and .com in the sense it is used for the commercial purpose. So this is a email address of a particular organization where we people are found here. The username and the server name both are differentiated from each other with a special symbol that is called as @. So this is a simple concept of email address. Now we people are little bit focus on which email service provider allowing the user to create their own email address which is uniquely identifying throughout the world in the field of internet. The email service providers are like www.yahoo.com. Another one is your www.redditmail.com. Third one is your www.gmail.com, and the last one is called your www.hotmail.com. So these all are the list of the service provider, those which are allowing the users to create their own email ID which helps to transmit the data from one point to another point or from source point to destination point. Like the email service providers are, what is that? Like first one is your www.yahoo.com, second one is your www.redditmail.com, third one is your www.gmail.com, and the last one is called your www.hotmail.com. So these are called as some of the service provider, email service provider. Now we will discuss about some of the advantages of an email address. First one is your coverage, second one is your fast, third one is your cheap, fourth one is your attachment, fifth one is your easy to use, and the last one is waste of reduction. These are called as some of the major advantages of an email. So first of all, let me go for about a coverage. Coverage in the sense it can be sent anywhere in the world. So that's why it covered all over the world. So that's why it is a major advantage of the email address. Second one is your first means it is almost instant in its delivery. That means with a higher speed, with a light speed, the data are to be transmitted from one corner to another corner of the world. So that's why undoubtedly it is a very much fast processing to transmit the data from one location to another location with a different forms like maybe a audio form, maybe a video form, maybe a textual form, maybe a graphics form, maybe a animated form. So these are called your different forms of the messages. Like the message either it may be in form of a textual, maybe in form of audio, maybe in form of a video, maybe in form of graphics, maybe in form of animation. So these are called as the different types of different forms of the messages which allowing by the email service provider to transmit the data from one location to another location. Third one is called your cheap, means what is that? It is very cheap to use, especially for international message. So it is undoubtedly it is with a few so with a very much a less amount your data should be transmitted from one location to another location, whatever the distance factor is here. Then another one is the attachment. Attachment in the sense what is that? We can attach more number of files to a particular sender or more than one particular receiver or more than one receiver to transmit the data. So definitely the email allowing the user to attachment the more number of files to transmit simultaneously. Another one is easy to use. That means a layman's side it is very much easy to use it. That means it is not like that only a computer literacy people can handle it. It is not like that. A simple person, a general people or a layman people also can easily handle it. So that's why it is called as your easy to use. And last one is called as your waste of reduction. Waste of reduction in the sense what is that? It can reduces the huge number of paper waste. So that's why these are called some of the important advantages of email address like a coverage, fast, cheap, attachment, easy to use, and waste of reduction. Apart from that, as we know that in the world everything's having some plus point as well as some minus point. Similarly, the email address also having some negative point. As we know that as we people well known about that every coin has two sides. Similarly, everything in the world having some plus point along with some negative point also. So with a huge numbers of advantages, the email also having some disadvantage. What is that? The first disadvantage point is it is always depending upon an internet. Suppose during the period of data transmitting, if the server is failed, then what is that? We may not, or we people unable to transmit our required document or important document from one place to another place. So it is very much what is that? It is a tedious one. And second one is, and the second major disadvantage is what is that? If we send a message and after sending, a sender feels so that during the period of posting, some points having some drawback. So if it once released from the sender point, it may not again back to the sender point to recorrection it. So that is called as another disadvantage point of email. So this is all about the concept of what is that? What is the email? How the email we people can create them, and what are the different service provider who allowing the user to create their own email ID, and along with its advantage and disadvantage. So hopefully that you people are fully understood about the simple topic which is called as email address. So thank you to all for your kind attention towards this today's online class.